Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Well, a veteran says he knew the second he signed up, he wanted to make a career out of the military.
As Gwen Bevel and photojournalist Nick Kiefer show us, he ended up having 2 careers while in the Air Force.
Mike Larson learned the basics of cooking in his high school home economics class, and that skill really paid off.
One of the things I wanted to do when I went into the service is I wanted to be a cook.
So that's exactly what Mike Larson became.
I loved it.
Judging by the size of this pot of mashed potatoes, cooking for so many airmen was no easy task.
It took some getting used to it.
He says at times they would feed 2,000.
I have 20 orders on the grill at one time. I was just going, next.
After more than a decade in food service,
It was either get out or cross-train.
Larson says there were too many cooks with his rank, so he jokes he traded one kind of grease for another.
And worked on the flight line.
He says the Air Force told them to pick their base, so they requested to land on the east or west coast.
They took the map and folded it in half. It was Grand Forks, North Dakota.
He says it ended up being their best assignment.
It turns out that the hydraulic field was very rewarding.
And one that helped him earn this award, Maintainer of the Year.
I was just blown away when they came up to me and told me that I actually got it.
Larson also earned an award for his work with the chapel program off base.
As far as I know, to this day, it's still standing.
He's talking about one of the sod houses they helped build for a local Bible camp.
1972 at Lackland Air Force Base.
From just out of basic training,
4 days after I got home, we got married.
to many re-enlistments over the years, Larson and his high school sweetheart have always been by each other's side. But when it comes to life in the kitchen now,
I do all the cooking here.
he says it's just a matter of scaling back portion sizes from hundreds or thousands to just 2.
It took some getting used to.
He says from his days in Air Force dining halls to the flight line, all the way to retirement after 20 years, he has no regrets and would do it all over again.
And in a heartbeat, they were good to us.
Larson's father was a Navy sailor, so he comes from a line of service. Here for you, Gwen Bevel, KSN News 3.
The Devon James Injury Lawyers here, and we're very excited to introduce our Veteran of the Week, and that's Staff Sergeant Mike Larson, who proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Thank you for all your service.
Thank you so much. I am just blown away by this. I really appreciate it.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.